Hello, Narnach here. Welcome back to Grim Dawn. We are playing with Drain Essence Death Knight. We have reached the Ugdenbog on a hardcore elite. So for today I've got two items on the menu that I'd like to tick off. First is reaching Barrowholm, just to get to the next stage of the journey. That's also part of the quest chain. Other thing is, I really like to figure out where the heck Kra'vall is. So far I don't know anything more except that it should be somewhere in the Ugdenbog. So at first we're just gonna do the normal let's run through Ugdenbog and get to Barrowholm thing. So I'm just gonna mostly stick to the left hand wall. And that's just gonna carve a path through the area. Maybe where we run into Kra'vall on the way, maybe we won't. And then after we've reached Barrowholm, said hello to the folks there. Maybe even found the traveling witches. After that, I'm gonna double back and look for Kra'vall. So in terms of quest progression, I don't think we're gonna do much here today. But yeah, as I said, Kra'vall. I'd like to figure out where the heck that thing is. Now the order of the levels here is a little bit odd. As in, for the proper quest chain, if you follow them, you run through the Ugdenbog. You maybe kill some random monsters already that are part of some quest chains. Maybe you won't. But no, half of the Ugdenbog will be cleared. Then you get to Barrowholm. Then the Barrowholm folks are like, you gotta help us for the Wendigo's sake. Do some stuff all the way up in the north. And then after that, now you get your whatever it is we actually had to get. I always don't really care. It's just something we have to fetch, and it's hidden behind quests. Once we have that, we head back, and then the witches are like, hey, well, looks like we can trust you. Could you help us do some missions in that area you just cleared out? But I just cleared it out, so there's no sense of progression. That's the pacing is a little bit odd. I guess though you could say it's non-linear. As in, they just messed up the order and therefore it is not linear anymore. Okay, this is a little too interesting with Wendigos here. When I say interesting, of course, I mean there's a high potential for spike damage that could be lethal. But, well, interesting sounds slightly more positive. So most of the time, if you stick to the left-hand wall, and you just keep heading up, then you'll get through Ugdenbog without too many issues. Of course, the thing we learn from here is plants are like zombies. You kill them, they come back. Or maybe these plants are actually looking for brains. Never quite know. So, last episode we picked up a whole bunch of items. And for the first time in, well, a couple dozen levels, could even be as far as since the normal blood growth, we have a new medal. This one has a lot of poison and acid resistance as well as elemental resistance. So the total number of resists is over 100. It also gives some offensive ability as well as a small bonus to all damage, and it has a 5% chance on attack to cast a lightning sphere, which has a pretty good chance of piercing through things. We're not really lightning focused, but spirit does give a over 400% damage bonus, and we got some all damage, and passively we have picked up some accidental things. Okay, there's 3 heroes there. So now we're doing decent damage here. Okay, this just looks like it's a bit of a trap. Just a little bit of a trap. Also, I'm standing inside of a damage circle. Let's not do that. But no, I had to rebalance my augments a little bit and some components. But in the end, I ended up ahead. Now, in terms of resists, just a side grade. But in terms of damage and of course a damage proc, went a little bit up. So overall, the build got a little bit better. And that's really how most of the item upgrades will work after you pick up a decent set of items around, let's say, normal Blood Growth. Usually by that time, between Blood Growth and 4th Icon is where I try to get most of my resistances maxed. And after that, it's just small incremental upgrades. It's a couple extra percent here, couple extra percent there. And replacing any one item becomes difficult because, of course, you depend on some for specific resistances, especially Chaos and Aether. They are difficult to obtain. Ooh, we got crab trapped. Is the word? It's a word.
Can't do that yet.
Crab traps. When a bunch of crabs are lying in wait in ambush. Okay, there's 4 stars over there. Ah, those are the future sisters. Hello. I've been looking for you. I'll send you back. Hey, you're not my wraith. You sneaky buggers. I'll unleash my own wraith on you. Ancient Ruins. That's probably the Ancient Ruins we already know from the Wendigo spirit. Venom case, bile, already got some, okay. Living Ring of the Wolf.
That skill's not ready.
Some of these plants do have a chance of leveling up into better plants, and some of them then even level up into unique plants. So taking out plants, it does work. Ooh, Ugdenbog. That's not a quest item, that's actually something I can stack. Would be useful if the quest items actually had a different color. So you could see, or if they just hit once you had enough of them. Because now it's just confusing, because some of them are quest items, especially in items in areas like these. There's just a lot of redundant quest items, because there's a lot of Venom Gauge bile that will drop. And it will make you blind to the color purple in this regard. Which of course affects you picking up other items. No unique, no unique. Sometimes you get a unique plant to spawn here. Oh, there's more plants here. Ah, so much poison. Yeah, so we got ourselves a waypoint. Wait, I shouldn't go to Ugdenbog, I should go to the refuge. Because we, of course, have a quest to hand in, and that might trigger some other quest things. I'm glad they are safe. And we got some extra rep.
Persistent for me?
Yeah, okay. So can't really help until the main quest has been completed. That is fine. It's all fine. Actually, let's go head back from Barrowholm and then tag the top side, because there's this area with a bunch of statues that always looked like something interesting could happen there, but of course nothing interesting happened there. So maybe that is where Kra'vall resides. It's a journey of a discovery here. Oh, hello there. You shoot purple beams. See, this is the... So is there... Oh no, there's nothing there. Ancient Ruins entrance.
I can't do that yet.
Could it be that this is not the dungeon I was thinking of and that this is actually Kra'vall's place? Huh. Or am I missing confusing things? Let's see. Ah, this is the Tomb of Ugdenbog. But there's a devotion shrine here, so that's good. Polished emerald and a vengeful wraith gets me another devotion point. So devote ourselves up here. 5% additional block chance and a 30% shield damage blocked. That's nice. We also have the obelisk of Menhir next up, which will increase armor absorption as well as reducing stun and freeze duration and increasing max pierce resist, which is nice. The stun resistance is currently pretty low, 8%. I must say I've never really attached too much value to stun resistance, but it could be that that's not something that really happens on veteran, because most of the time I just play through veteran and then start a new character, because I like variety more than just reaching endgame. Though every once in a while now I do a series like these to push a character through to the endgame. But my previous character that reached ultimates was my hardcore commando. Never really felt like stun was an issue there either, but of course that was a total tank. Are you trapped here? How were you trapped here? I will help you. Don't I have a Wendigo spirit, or should I just go pick one up from my stash? And I can't believe I don't have more Wendigo spirits. So I'll be back. Refuge. But oh, getting some extra stun resistance from the devotion tree to bump me from 8 to 38 should be helpful, because then I just get it without really having to sacrifice anything. Oh wait, you are the stash. A little confused there. One spirit of Wendigos. There's that one. Ta-da! Let's see, we also got some Eastern Leg Guards, so that's a low level quest item, that is okay. Just rearranging some things. I might as well just put the crafting components back in the stash. Ugdenblooms, don't really need those just yet. I think it's the endgame tier of crafting options, so to say, that really lean on those things, and until then, no, if you're not really gonna do ultimate level crafting, then you might as well not care about them. That's how it looks like. Here is the spirit you seek. Rest in pieces. In peace. We got an ethereal missive, so what he did is just convert things and get me some extra experience. Then we continue on our merry way, because this is not the area I had in mind. But as I've said before, the swamp in early on in Act 1, that always confuses the heck out of me. This is a swamp, so it confuses the heck out of me. I guess I just don't have a brain for swamp layouts. Ooh. It's kind of funny how that works though. In the more city and tomb areas, that I do have a decent sense of direction, but put me in a swamp. Doll looks alike. Is that one dead? That one is dead, okay. Oh, we could also head into the other den, where the other devotion shrine resides. No, just to the entrance area again. The ancient den, whatever it was. Den of the forest. Oh, hello everybody. Let me just shout in your face to get your attention. Too far away. Yeah, the new casting mode definitely has some trade-offs with the no automobile. Is there an option to turn it back? Because that would actually be interesting. Classic casting. Check to enable Grimdawn's classic spellcasting system that forces character movement when out of range. Yes, please. Let's switch back to that one for a while and see if there's any notable changes. Because especially for a mid-range spell like this, you want to engage at your maximum range. Okay, so a decent circle. Actually, if we just fill in the blanks here, then the area has been cleared and we don't have to backtrack here in case we don't find what we're looking for downstairs.
I can't do that yet.
Okay. Oh, more beasties. Okay, so okay, it ran away and then it died. Actually, good crap. Well, that's one of the... Hey, this is a unique hero plant thing. Oh, one of the upsides, of course, of just causing fear to enemies that do hit me, combined with a build that is pretty strong on degen. Enemies run away, and most of the time, they won't run back to me. Okay, so apparently the casting system doesn't really combine very well with channel skills like Drain Essence. The setting is on, right? Yeah, classic casting. Okay. I wonder if the things like Panetti's missile or something like that, or others that may not be channeled. But the Panetti's has a decent range. I wonder if it's just the one skill or channel skills, maybe as a class of skills that are affected by this. Laria, that's something that will get sent to later. Hey, look at that cave entrance. Undergrowth. Of course, we got an epic plant to take care of here. Okay, let's just touch all the things. Or maybe I should better say just decay all the things. And gone it is. After someone let me how to phrase this. In the comments, yes, in the comments we're talking about the hidden path content recently, and actually, just someone mentioned no no pretty good potential for ultimate with the way things were going. So I actually been comparing the my previous character that made it this far, the Commando, how fast or how slowly the Commando cleared the Temple of the Three versus or specifically the boss fight there, compared with how quickly it went for this Drain Essence character. And that was an interesting contrast. Because with my Commando, it took 3.5 minutes to take down the Sentinel, the endgame boss of the Temple of the Three. And my Commando was level 70 at the time. Oh, remember, this was pre-expansion, so you gained a bit less experience as you went up. And the Sentinel was level 75, so it was a 5-level difference. With this one, I was level 73, but the boss was 81, so it was an 8-level difference. And it only took me 47 seconds, so that's over 4 times faster with a higher level difference. So yeah, there definitely is definitely going through things a little bit faster and definitely just doing a lot more damage. Of course, though, that was a passive retaliation character that really had issues with bosses. And no, it really shows in those boss fights. But no, it's good to see that we're definitely on the right way here. Okay, goodbye. Kill all the plants. You're a plant. Well, sort of, kinda. This is not quite what I was hoping to find. I was hoping to find maybe an entrance or something. Because this used to have the Devotion Shrine, now it only has Sylvaria in the end. Which is part of a quest chain that we of course haven't unlocked yet, because we first have to please the folks in Barrowholm. No, part of the the flow that I mentioned earlier. And of course there's not going to be anything down here either. Nope. Okay. And we'll just hightail out of here. And continue the search for Kra'vall Master Squid. I guess they don't appreciate getting called squids. I mean, they're scary Loghorian type chthonic beasties, not squids. This was for Laria, that's quest related, so we'll skip that one. Alright, so the Ugdenbog Rift is back on my radar here. That's always the new content, it's always kind of fun, because then you're just searching for things, discovering it, going in, rather unspoiled. It's going to be a bit of a mystery to it, a bit of a surprise. Which it's fun, you don't get many moments of that. Now your first playthrough, that's going to be when you get surprised and delighted by all the new things. But after you've been through content a couple times, then it's like, yeah, been there, been that. Then no, you don't really pay too much attention anymore to what's happening around you, since it's more of a mechanical progress. There's a lot of big, scary, angry things here. I wonder, I don't think I've got one of their horns yet. You, come on. One of you, drop me a horn. More golems. Okay. There we go. There's a bit to the left, bit to the right. I'm gonna... This was just one area, or did we have some things spidering out. No, we didn't. This is just an area. Though this has a connecting bridge. Yes, it does. So I like to get there. Oh, one. Yeah, see, just a small detour. Let's just kill some beasties. Ooh, a dread skull. Don't find those every day. And yeah, then we can go up here and then just spider back to the right hand side. Okay, everybody pay attention, then everybody be murderized. Oh, look, there's something there. Detonation site, that's promising, because I don't recall there being a detonation site here before. And yep, this is the temple I was talking about. Yeah, so this is the place where I've been wondering before, like, what's gonna happen here? Is there maybe a quest or something, but it was of course the site for a future boss. Okay. Lots of items. Now the moment I've been waiting for. The path beyond is blocked by rubble. You can clear it out with some heavy explosives. Well, here's 3 dynamites. And then we can go... Ooh, we can go up. Up and away. Bloodscale warrior, bloodscale. Okay, these look like to be actual Naga tribes people. Bloodscale conqueror. Mysteries of Ugdenbog. Ooh, we get lore. I like lore. Oh, also we got a blueprint. But let's check that one out first. Clairvoyant's hat. 863 armor, bonus to ether and all damage, some health, some energy regen percentage, ether resist, skill cooldown reduction, +1 to all skills. Hey, that would make it a possible drop-in replacement for my old hat. Because no +1 skills is even better since it also boosts my soldier side. Part of a set that eventually grants +1 to all skills, add 4 pieces and a chance for 100% cooldown reduction. And it bonuses ether and chaos damage as well as giving some elemental resists. Skill bonuses to Fabric of Reality and Second Right, which don't sound like part of my class. But that's potentially useful. So, Mysteries of Ugdenbog. By decree of the Emperor of Erelon himself, I and my esteemed colleagues were to set out into the wider empire and catalogue the flora and fauna of its vast domain. Little did I think of it at the time, but not all assignments are created equal. As I write this from the dank and foreboding murk of the Ugdenbog outside of the town of Burbage. In the 3 weeks since my arrival, I've already lost 2 of my escorts to, and I'm being dead serious here, plots. Empyrean Forsaken plots. I might add that my specialty has always been in the acute impact of arcane energies upon a natural life, not on whether a particular vine is capable of dismembering a man in 2 while a large bloom consumes another of my team whole. If I were not weeks out from Erelon, I would have requested reassignment. The journey was not without merit, however, as I did observe some peculiar phenomena along the way. Creatures that, while seemingly natural, did not exhibit the standard range of phenotypes one would expect from this region, almost as if they've been plucked out from another place and relocated here within an instant. Most fascinating of all has been the talk of the camp for days now, a creature the locals have named Kra'vall, the Ancient of the Waters. Thus far, we've caught but a glimpse of one of its massive tentacles. I can only guess at the full size of the beast, but it is enormous and quite unlike anything else found within the waters of Ugdenbog. Our journey had brought us to what I suspect is its underwater lair, and my Inquisitor companion immediately began complaining of headaches, much like those she'd experienced when near heavy concentrations of eldritch magic. This combined with the unusual appearance led me to conclude that this creature, and others like it, are eldritch in nature. But are these manifestations the fickle playthings of the witch gods, or perhaps something else entirely? Galat Nico, Imperial Archivist. Okay, so a little foreshadowing that Kra'vall really is not something to be messed with. I'm only getting more excited. Let's say hello to our watery little friend. Ooh, look, tentacle. So the regular mobs here are 4 levels above me. That's promising. This is gonna be fun. It's gonna be okay. It's the whole "this is fine" meme. Boss fight. So let's just potion up a little bit. So we have some extra regen and a little bit more health, and then let's try and do this. Okay, tentacles on all sides. Add-ons on all sides. Let's see if we can get the add-ons under control and then push forward a little. Well, look at that. Can I face tank you? Because then I'm outside of range of most of the tentacles. So wow, that's a lot of damage. Wow, that's a lot of damage. Oh, looks like the... was it? No. I was gonna say the getting into range bit might work, but not really. Wow, that's... the damage here is pretty insane. Okay, ground things don't really help either. The unlike the fight with our buddy, the Lokhorian, the tentacles here can't actually be harmed. Okay, that's overguard. The damage here is spiking to an insane level. Also, let's not get hit too much. Definitely nervous here. The damage output is not how much damage we're taking here. Definitely not something I'm completely happy or confident about. And I've had to drink way too many health potions. But with sweaty hands and an elevated heart rate, we did manage to take down Kra'vall. Wow. That was exciting, but not in a let's do this another 5 times and farm this guy, but more in a yeah, I'm glad this is done, so now I can just go back and enjoy the rest of the game, which is going to be comparatively easy compared to this. Also, I'm not looking forward to facing this guy on Ultimate. I definitely need to up my gear and my game for that one. Because that health bar, it moved below 50%, way more than I felt comfortable with. But the upside is the big squid was faced, the big squid was defeated. And yeah, so there's one more thing I'd like to do, and that is, now since we're here anyway, might as well have a look for the Devotion Shrine location. Since I've cleared out most of the area already, can't be too many more places where the ancient den is gonna spawn. And then grabbing that Devotion Shrine, of course, is gonna help with some stuns and things like that. That's Genexia.
Can't do that yet.
Okay, wow. Everybody goes hyperactive. They're more busy running away, I think, than actually trying to harm me. That's the upside. Okay, we can just ignore Jinaxia's lair, at least for the time being. Oh yeah, of course, this is now actually in a permanent fixture, isn't it? Because the spirit of Mog Drogon is now standing guard here. You're still alive. Yeah, gotta fix that. And there's that. Oh, come on. Yes. Hello. What do you ask of me? I will deal with your problem. As in, I'll just accept this skeleton key and then I'm gonna ignore your quest. Because I'll get to it eventually. Which is gonna be on ultimate. No, these dungeons, they have the potential to be pretty darn dangerous. So I figured, oh, let's just do them on ultimate after we've actually completed the entirety of the campaign. Okay, these are a couple levels above me. Hey, I gained a level somewhere along the way. That means more shield block chance. Also a good reminder, I probably should look for a better shield in the not too distant future. It's the level 84 and level 94 or 82 and 94, something along those lines, tiers of the shields that are gonna be most beneficial because they actually have the increased chance to spider out to even more targets. Oh, yeah. Well, oh, stop streaming in one by one, you silly geese. Look, fighting shrine in the middle of the trees, that's good. Okay, that's 3 heroes. One of them is corrupted, void touched, and swift. Okay, that's okay. None of them is arcane. That's good for me. Let's just redirect all the damage to you. Good.
I can't do that yet.
And then, oh, whoop. Did we get an extra one? I think we got an extra one. So, that's quite a boatload of items. There we go. Let's loot all the things. And then loot even more things. So, and then we have restored the shrine, so we got a devotion point, which is gonna boost my absorption. Next, a devotion point is gonna be the one that grants us the passive, which is gonna be good. Okay, a little bit more spirit. Oh, and of course we have the skills here. So shield training is now maxed, which is good. Then next up is gonna be Overguard, I think. Getting a little bit more range on Siphon Souls wouldn't be too bad either, though. Oh, getting this to 12 means we can touch more monsters with it. And then, of course, the offensive ability debuff is going to kick in. Bleeding and Vitality decay is going to kick in. There's just a big ether spike. And we're going to leech a quarter of all the damage dealt. Which should be pretty good. Ooh, trade-offs. Because Overguard is more like a panic button. It helps a little bit, but it's not being used all that often. So yeah, let's put some points into Siphon Souls to get this one to 12. And we got some things, right? Yeah, we got the Fanatic's Overcoat, which has Ether and Chaos resistance, as well as health and regen. And 25% chance when they hit to put you into a little bit of a frenzy. Increased offensive ability and attack and cast speed. And empowered Zealot gauntlets. offensive ability, attack and cast speed, pierce and chaos resist, as well as some skill disruption protection. Not bad. Though I don't think it's gonna be better than the flame patch thing we currently have. So piercing is now overcapped at 83, which is nice. Got some stun resistance, and armor absorption is now higher. So we've got some increases to armor absorption right here on the skilled height. So if you take that off, just to see, we go down to 89% absorption. Wait, what's this? 18% versus 20%. So effectively it could be considered a drop-in replacement. So potentially replacing the component in the shoulder with something else could help. On the other hand, if you got 100% armor absorption, then of course all your armor counts, rather than there always being an upper limit on how much of your armor could be used to reduce damage. This is all I wanted to do for today. So we've unlocked a barrel home. So next episode, the skill chain or the quest chain here is gonna be done. Just walking over here. Oh, you know what? I'll just do that in between episodes. So next episode, we will resolve the barrel home quests, and then there's gonna be some talking with the folks back in Covenant's Refuge. And I think all we have to do is kill kill one witch and kill or convince the other witch, probably convince, and then that will resolve most of the quests in this area. For now though, I'm gonna thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again next episodes. Bye bye.